Hey guys, sorry for interrupting. I'm Lou Nieves Jr. alongside,
Jesse Torres.
and this is our 28th episode.
Yay! Ah!
Oh, Jesse wants to have the crowd go wild. You feel good? All right, the crowd's going wild. So, yeah, I guess, I don't even know how to explain it, right? So, last week's episode, we talked a little bit about what we were on Facebook Live. We were asking people who were viewing what their, I guess you can say, quarantine life has been.
Mm-hmm. Like, what have they been doing?
Yeah, in the midst of it, Jesse had a birthday, turned 33 years old. Should I be saying your age? Well, too late now.
Too late.
But
I don't mind.
we got a new audio mixer to help with our recording, to make it a little bit easier on me for editing. And not that we're sponsored by it, but we got a new mixer to help us just all around, because this is so time consuming doing this job.
Mm-hmm.
As you may not know, it does take a lot of time and effort to set all this up, what you're watching now.
And you guys have seen, if you guys have seen the vlogs.
Yeah, if you haven't seen our vlogs, there should be, I don't know where to point. There should be
there.
definitely should be a card somewhere where you can click and watch our setup and how we put all this stuff together. But we are in a place now, I think, being 28 episodes in, we're not professionals, but we're in that direction. That's where we're going.
Yeah, and we're trying to better ourselves with what we have.
Yeah.
As you guys can see our backgrounds.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But the other day, Jesse and I had weird dreams the last couple of days, right? And I was telling Jesse that I'm obsessed with dreams. Like, it's always been something of mine. I've always been fascinated of how one creates the dream in their mind. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of answers on Google that you can find that, like, dissects the dream and explains everything about it,
Yeah.
right? And it's fascinating because some of it comes true. It's insane.
It is.
And
or
you-
it has a meaning behind it.
Yeah,
It's just
and-
like, oh, no wonder I dreamt that. Or,
Yeah. And I showed Jesse this movie called Inception, which is an amazing film. You have to see
like
it.
mind blowing.
Yeah. And it came out, I think, almost 10 years ago. But the movie was just fascinating to me, and how they are able to dream within another dream, and how some people are addicted to that dream world, that they want to escape reality to live in their fantasy. And then they want that fantasy to become their reality. I know it could be sounding confusing, but if you're following along, you may understand.
But it's something like how when you wake up from a good dream, but you have to go to the bathroom, right? And then you're like trying to rush and hurry up, and then you want to get back in bed so you can continue that.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just like, it's similar to that. Because I know I've had that time where
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to close my eyes and go back to sleep so that I could, so then I could go back to that same dream. So it
Yeah.
could continue. So I could just imagine
Yeah.
that obsession.
I know as a kid, for me, especially around Christmas time on my birthday, I would dream about the toys or video games that I wanted. And I would dream that it was real, and then I would go to where I thought it was, and it wasn't there. It'd be so upsetting, so disappointing. And I'm like, I just dreamt that I had it. Where did it go? You know, it
Come
felt
back
so
to-
real.
yeah.
Yeah. So you want to go back to the dreams you could enjoy, well, just not really there. Man, I know you've had those dreams.
Yes,
and
I
if
think
you
everybody
have,
has.
you know, leave a comment below of a dream that started for you, that ended, but you wanted it to continue. You know, let us know
And
what
then
that
you
was
have
like for you.
those that you're trying to get rid of, like you're trying
Yeah.
to, which is like nightmares.
Yeah, yeah.
where
The
you're
opposite of a good dream.
where you're trying to like really just escape, or
Yeah, and
or
what
the
does it
one
all
that
mean?
I had last night where I'm like,
Oh my God. So I woke up because my body is just so immune to just waking up
Just
at, like, your body.
accustomed to it,
Yeah.
So waking up early.
I woke up early, and then I hear Jesse say, you,
Effing BITCH.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, who's she talking to? For a second, I thought she was on the phone, but I don't know if she's sleeping. And I'm like pushing. I'm like, yo, Jess, wake up. Like, who you cursing at? And yo, she did not move. Like, you can tell, you look at her face, she looks angry. And she got that mean face. And I'm just laughing. And I'm, Jess, wake up. And she finally wakes up.
And it took me a while to
Yeah.
like really like just be like, okay, where am I at? Like,
Yeah.
And I was just still mad because I'm like, really? Like, how dare she?
I don't know who she was cursing
like,
at.
It was somebody. But it was just like how rude of you to even put yourself in that situation, put myself in that situation. Like I was so pissed off that had I seen this person, I probably would have been like still mad. Like I would have like, how dare you? You know?
It's insane.
They would have like, what? Like, that's so crazy.
It's insane because I feel that dreams have meanings, right? And sometimes dreams don't mean anything. So, for instance, I even had a dream with her sister that we went to a dealership to get a car. We go to get the car, and it was a convertible pickup truck that was colored red. Why was I dreaming of a convertible pickup truck? Like, I don't even like pickup trucks. I don't like convertibles. And I'm not even looking for a car. So why did that dream happen to me? And, it was just interesting because in the movie Inception, they keep reiterating, I might be saying that word wrong, but they're saying that when you're in a dream, you never know how you got there. You can never explain how you got to that place in your dream. And that was the thing that like haunted me for a long time. When you're in these dreams, you never know how it starts, but you know how it ends because that's when you wake up. Yes. And usually when dreams, not all the times, but dreams tend to end when you're about to fall or when you die in a dream or you're seeing something coming right before your eyes, like very fast, and you
just wake up.
Yeah. And I think a lot of those dreams, especially when you wake up in the cold sweats, right? Like when you're sweating from a dream, like how were you sweating? You didn't do no activity. But it just shows how powerful the mind can be.
I know.
And how it can make you think things that are not even there or think things that you feel physically in your body is real. So you catch those anxieties in your dream.
Yeah. There's times that I've woken up with anxiety because I always have this nightmare that comes from time to time where there's somebody coming after me.
Yeah.
And it's the same person that comes
now,
after
do you get
me.
to see this person's face or it's just a silhouette?
It's a silhouette. Like, I cannot tell who this person is.
Yeah.
And I just know it's the same person.
Wow.
From the very
first time. Like the
first
shape
time.
of the person is the same shape.
It's a person that has come into my dream since I was 16 or so.
Wow.
And every time I had that dream, like he comes up, it's like.
But does he?
And if you guys are like dream expert, please reach out to me because I would love to know what this is.
Yeah, my grandmother, God rest her soul, we would consider her on my mom's side a dream expert. She would dissect your dream and tell you what it is and who it is.
I wish someone could explain
Maybe
to me.
It's a Spanish thing. I don't know.
Why or what does it mean? Because it takes a toll on me.
Yeah.
Like it affects me.
Throughout
my day.
I wonder because does it happen randomly or randomly? Randomly?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, because I was going to say, what if it was that you were fearing something and it was just some type of anxiety that you had and then it just happens at those moments?
I used to think it was that. I used to think when it was moments where I'm trying to make a decision in life and then that's when it happens.
Yeah.
But then now it just comes randomly. Like there's no answer as to why he comes up.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that people they feel dreams are spiritual. They feel that it's whoever your God is that is implementing these thoughts into your mind, giving you signs and letting you know what's going to come. And I believe that because it's not all the time. You crying?
No. I'm scratching my eye. I'm like all into it.
I believe that because there have been times in my life where I've dreamt something and it hasn't happened yet, but it was happening or going to happen. And then when it did, people may call it deja vu. I'm not sure what the actual term is, but I was like, wow, I dreamt that so long ago and here we are. This is happening. Yeah, and it's happening in real life, in reality. And was that God giving me a sign? Was that God telling me to expect this from someone? And man, it's never failed me. Now there have been times that have been a bit extreme where, like, for instance, let's just say Jesse tried to stab me. Jesse would never try to stab me, but it could be someone that I love that's not physically stabbing me, metaphorically trying to stab me in the back or something like that. And then you start dissecting and you get all crazy and your mind start writing things down. Like now you go into investigation mode or who's trying to stab me in the back. It could be a little bit exaggerated sometimes too. But yeah, I've always felt that dreams are spiritual, and it's amazing on the mind itself how powerful the mind can be, because it can really play tricks on you, even
It
in
can.
reality, not even in fantasy land. Like
It really
I say
can.
fantasy land, but in your dreams.
And then there's times where I try to, before going to sleep, like I'll listen to either worship music or these, what are they called? They're like
Meditation?
Yeah, meditation, but they're purposely for like to go to sleep, so you could have better dreams. You could have
Really?
yeah, they're on YouTube, and
I know people use
have,
like noise, white noise. Like Louis, my son, he likes to listen to rain.
yeah, the girls like to listen to like the fan or blow dryer stuff like
So
that.
this is just someone talking
But
to you.
this is someone like doing affirmation.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah, like laws of what is that, law of attractions, and then they have like affirmation words. And they're
Oh, yeah,
telling
you've
you
told
how-
me about this. Yeah, yeah.
You know, so I listen to that, and it's so soothing to me, because I want to rest my mind, like especially like when it's like a busy day or you have a lot of stress going on.
Yeah.
Listening to that before going to bed is very soothing, and then I notice that when I do listen to that, I wake up feeling way better, and I don't
Really?
even remember of dreaming. Or if I do dream, it will be something very soothing. One time that what I tried to do was think of my daughter, Destiny,
Okay.
the one that passed away. I'll think of her a lot, because you know how like if you watch a movie or you talked about something, then it shows up.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
for a very long time, I said, well, if I talk about her a lot or I think about her a lot,
Yeah.
maybe she'll come into my dream,
Yeah.
and then we'll have a conversation. We'll have that time that I wanted with her, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I've done that. I think probably in the 15 years, I think I dreamt of her once, probably.
Wow.
Yeah, and my grandfather was one that I've been waiting like for him to show up in my dream.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's like no, and then I hear my sister telling me. I think one time I did. I can't remember. But I know my sister did. My brother did. But yeah, it's like something that I'm like, should I manipulate my mind? And then the movie, when it was like, you know, they were saying like, you know, they were trying to manipulate, right, the mind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, so then in my head I was like, yeah, maybe if I could do that.
Yeah, yeah. You
If I
can
could-
shift
if I could
things in
do
your
that,
dream.
maybe they'll come up. But yeah, one of my coworkers said, for me about studying, if you listen to, like if you record yourself and you listen to yourself and you play it at nighttime, the next day you'll remember a lot
Wow.
of stuff. And I'm like, really? He was like, yeah, that's how he did it.
Wow,
in
that's
school. And
insane.
I'm like, oh my goodness. Like that's hot, right?
It is.
I haven't tried it.
I've never tried that before. It's interesting because that's. Would you consider that like muscle memory? I know people say muscle memory. It's like I've heard the term while working out, where you will work out consistently for a long time, then you stop, and then you start working out again, and it's or maybe I'm saying it wrong, where like a reflex is a muscle memory, something like that. I'm probably wrong, so please correct me in the comments
We'll
below.
look into it.
But I feel that that's interesting because I know what you were saying about you thinking of something before you go to sleep, hoping that you would dream about it. And people do say that. So like they'll say like when you were a kid, don't watch that scary movie because you're gonna dream about it and you're gonna be scared. And sometimes
Stranger
what
Things,
happens?
remember?
Stranger
I couldn't
Things.
watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I
I'm surprised you remember that. I mean, Jesse's not really good with memory, but you surprised me as of late.
yeah.
We were just watching Batman Begins, and she's like,
I remember the part.
yeah, the part that's like infamous in Batman where Batman's parents get killed and the whole thing's with the pearls, and she's like, "Oh yeah, this is where it's gonna happen." I'm like, "Wow, I'm impressed. You impressed me."
Right?
That's a side note, but anyway. Besides that, I do feel that there are certain things. It doesn't happen all the time. If you think about it or you're watching it, you tend to relive that in your dreams. So if let's say you're watching an action scene or something like that particular thing that you watch or you heard, you would dream it. Or like for me, sometimes I listen to podcasts before I go to bed, which is bad because I'm gonna miss out on what was said, so I gotta go back to it anyway. But I enjoy hearing people talk, so that helps me go to sleep sometimes. I know that may sound weird. Like even when I go to the gym, people like to listen to music. I
Is
listen.
that why you have me around?
No. Yeah, I make podcasts so that way I can go to sleep to hearing our voices. No, I don't.
Imagine.
That'd be something
Let me
sick a
just
guy would
play
do.
our podcast.
Like I go through all of this so that way I can go to sleep.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I should have just drank NyQuil. That helped me faster than all. And it'll be
No.
cheaper too.
Yeah.
But no, I think that whenever someone dreams, they don't know what's going to happen before it happens, right? And like I said earlier too, you never know how you get to that point in your dream. But it's so fascinating to me that we can dream things differently every day, and maybe a week or two from now we won't remember it, or we only remember the beginning but not the end, or we remember the end but not the beginning, you know.
Or has it happened to you where you don't remember, like waking up, you don't remember you dreamt anything, but as you're going with your day, and then you're like, oh my God, I dreamt that.
I think that's what's deja vu. I think that's what's bothering me, because I don't know the actual term, and I'm not going to sit here and Google it or anything, but I think that's the whole thing about deja vu, where you're reliving a moment that you had in your mind. We talked about it not too long ago, where, and again, I could be wrong, and I hate to like try to sound politically correct, but this is what I think it is. But that there's something that you implemented in your mind, and it could have been your subconscious doing it, but somehow, some way, that particular action happened sometime before it actually happened in reality. And then when it does happen in reality, you're like, I lived this before. I've seen this person before. We've done this before. We've been here before. It's mind blowing. Like how did you know that if it never happened? You know. And then there are some people that think that we're living our second lives, and we are reliving that second life, and we're living reliving our first life in our second life.
Well, with the deja vu, I always heard that if you get deja vu, you're aligned.
You did say that before.
I said that when we were talking to my sister, how we're aligned, we're in the right path. Like, we're living life how we're supposed to be. We're on the right path because that was just
that
a flashback.
Thought and
or
you
that,
meeting at the same time.
It's met. So when you do have deja vu,
you're on the right path. Yeah, because now you're continuing that whole point of
future.
Yeah.
And present
coming together. It's insane. It really is insane. But
we should become we should read into it.
We should
do research.
I've always been fascinated.
Because I know when I used to wake up and you'd be like, wait, what is it? And then you're like,
I would look it up. Yeah. I would look, and sometimes I'll be right, or sometimes I'll be wrong, because she'll be like, Lewis, what does this mean? And then like I'll just start going through the possibilities of what it can be. I don't know for sure, but it's a lot of the time too. I think dreams are metaphors, right? They're metaphors because we don't know that we're feeling that way until we get into the dream. You know, it could be anger, it could be happiness, it could be anxiety. Sometimes either you go to sleep sad, mad, or happy, but when you get into that dream, your emotion switches. You know, I feel like you're never, or I could be wrong, you're never the same way in reality that you are in the fantasy. In your dream. And I know for me as a kid, the nightmares I used to have, and I haven't had them in a long time, I told Jesse about this, was there was like a ball, like not a ball, not a barrel, what is it, a boulder coming at me, and I'm running, and it's continuously coming, like I'm never getting away from it. It's always close enough to me, and then when it like runs over me, I wake up. I never knew what that was. I don't know if I'm running away from my problems, or I'm running away from fear, or anything. I never understood that metaphor, and it happened a lot when I was a child. And there are times, even as in my adult life, I will continue to have that same exact dream from when I was a kid, and I never been through that. I was never Indiana Jones or anything, so I never understood why I'm having that dream. Or, for instance, nightmares. I would dream of things, and I'll be scared so bad that I couldn't wake up, and I knew I was dreaming because I knew it wasn't real, and I'm screaming in my dream
to get out,
and I can't leave, like I'm stuck. And I remember seeing a movie called Insidious, and it was kind of like that, where, and I haven't seen it in a long time. The first time I saw it, I told Jesse I was on a date with somebody, and I did not want to see it because I don't like horror films. And I'm watching it with my eyes like looking away from the screen. Like I don't want to close my eyes when I'm watching the film, and I don't want her to
being
like
on a date with somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
so
being a guy, like
so
no.
So it's like this. The date is with me here on the side, she's zoned out. I'm looking from my peripheral. I'm seeing her. She's zoned. She's like into the movie. I'm like, why am I here? And I have the popcorn in my hand. And there were moments in the movie where I think it was the devil. I don't know. But just pop up. And you know in horror films where it's like that music, that sound effect, like, poof, and it pops out? No, in this movie, it will trick you. So when you're thinking something's going to pop up, you're like, boom, oh, they close the door, nothing's there.
And you're like, ow.
They turn around, boom, it's like, oh, it's so
You
popcorn.
was expecting.
Yeah, yo, I reacted and the popcorn just flew. She's like, what happened? I was like, oh, something happened from behind. Someone kicked me. I think it was some excuse. I don't remember what it was, but I never told her like I was scared. And if she's seeing this, which I highly doubt, you know that I was scared. Of the movie. But in the movie, the kid was in his dream, but the devil was in his dream trying to take his soul from him, leaving an empty vessel for the devil to overtake, to be on earth. I really don't remember the entire idea of the movie. They made like 5 of them after that. But I always fear that prior to watching that film, like whoever this person was, this evil person was trying to take me over and I couldn't escape, man. That was the scariest thing. I haven't dreamt in a very long time. But man, that was scary. You know, I just feel like people, they don't take the dream serious enough and they look at it as just a dream. I feel like dreams mean so much more than that.
Yes, but also if you're like my mom, right? My mom takes her dream serious. So my mom would dream that my father would be cheating on her. Mind you, he never cheated on her. But she will wake up and she will give my father the silent treatment. She would be pissed off my father. Like, she would not talk to my dad. My dad would like give her a kiss before going to work.
Thinking everything's cool.
Like, yeah, and she's like with the face, like she's like, you know, turning him away. She wouldn't act her normal self with him.
Wow.
And then he caught up to it, like, was like, oh, you had a dream. And she goes, yeah, like, who was the person? Like, you know, and she'll get mad. And, like, who is the person that keeps coming up into, you know, like, who was it that you were kissing? Like, you know, like, it's so funny because she would really take it, you know, she would take it serious.
Yo, I'm not going to lie. I've had dreams like that where the person that I was with was cheating on me. And man, like I'll wake up and I've been wanting to punch that girl in the face.
It felt so
real.
real.
Like, yo, how dare you?
That's my mom. My mom would be so pissed off at my dad. But like, it would last. Like, it's not like she woke up like this morning where I was just like pissed off. Yeah. It was like she really just.
And I'm so sure that people in relationships have had dreams of their significant other cheating on them. And they took it as a sign. And rightfully so, because it can be that person's cheating on you and you dreamt that. Or you're guilty because you're the one cheating on them.
Or maybe it is that maybe it's in your head.
Well,
so
like
much
I said,
where
because
you're thinking that the person's cheating on you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it could be in your head because it could be multiple things. Like, you could be insecure and think that the person's cheating on you, so you dream that. It could be yourself that's doing the cheating, but you feel guilty and you're thinking they're doing it, but it's really you that's doing it. Or it could be them doing it, you know what I'm saying? Or something that you've caught them in the past and it still lingers in your mind.
But you can't use those type of dreams to be like, I knew it. Like, you can't be like, I'm sure people have done it. It was my gut.
Like, I knew it. It was in my dream, so I knew it happened.
I know for a fact that it was.
Hey, maybe it happened. You never know.
But you can't take a dream to make you have that final decision. Like, you know what?
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. So you can be like, I had a dream you cheated on me. It's over.
It's done.
No, that's another extreme. Like, but it's talking about extremes, right?
How did that happen?
What if... Now, if
oh my God, imagine we start dreaming like
what, that we're cheating on each other?
Yeah, like this, like tonight.
I'm gonna wake up real mad. Like, good morning.
Like, get away from
me. Yeah, don't talk to me.
Don't even text me.
It's over. But talking about extremes, right? Let's say a couple is as honest as we are, right? And I had a dream of another female. And I said, yo, Jess, I had a dream that I had sex with another girl. Would that be considered cheating?
No, that's not cheating. That's a dream. How are you cheating?
But people will look at it like like you cheated on me because you were thinking of that person.
But you wasn't really. It
You
was
had
your
none of
dream.
control,
You
right?
you didn't have control. Now, if you're telling me every single day, like I'm like, where's your mind at? Like you're dreaming this every night.
That's
you know?
interesting.
But I wouldn't
if it's
say-
happening consistently.
Yeah. But even that, like I'm like, you know what? Take it to God. Pray about it before going to going to bed or
You
whatever.
see, not every girl thinks like you though.
Yeah, but I
Or a
wouldn't.
man.
I wouldn't get mad. I think
Yeah, I
one
wouldn't
time
get
you
mad
had
either.
told me about your ex, like you woke up and you're like, oh, she came up in my dream.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
so-
I was just like, oh, okay. Like,
Yeah. And
I can't fault you for
I don't know
dreaming.
how it happened.
Yeah, I can't fault you
Because
for
I-
dreaming about her. Like, I can't.
Because like we said
Now,
earlier,
if
like
you
we're-
go, now, this is the thing. If you do tell me, oh, I dreamt about this person and had sex with them, and oh my God, let me tell you how I felt.
don't
this,
go into details, fellas.
Yeah, I'm like,
Keep that to yourself.
I'm like, what?
I'm talking to the guys right now.
But that
keep
I
the
think
details
is,
to yourself.
like the same thing with like me. I could have been dreaming that I was,
I hope
with
you had a good
somebody.
time.
Mira tú.
Because it ain't real, so you better have that fun there. Because I'd rather you have the fun in the dream than going out looking at the fun. You better have fun in that dream, girl.
So yeah, I wouldn't need to fault you for it.
Yeah,
Because you had no control.
yeah,
Now the way you probably express it, maybe I'll be like, I'll feel some type of way.
yeah. If you go into detail, like, oh, she did this, you never do that. Why don't you be doing that?
Yeah, then you're like, wait, that's disrespectful.
No,
like, it's
it
not
is, it is.
disrespectful that you had the dream you're sharing
Yeah,
it with me.
yeah.
But how you went about it.
Yeah.
That I will only see the difference. Like that there will be a problem.
Yeah,
Other than that.
But I
it's
do
okay.
see couples, whether it be a man or a woman, they express like, yo, I had a dream of this girl, I had a dream of this guy, and they get upset like, yo, why are you dreaming of
I've
that
seen- yeah.
person? I've seen it with my own eyes, and
Yeah.
and I feel like people don't take it serious enough where. Not that they don't take it serious enough, they take it too serious is what I'm about to say. They take it too serious and they go above and beyond, and they're like, why are you dreaming about that? I can't even speak. Why are you dreaming about that person? And you have no control. And at the end of the day, maybe there's a technique where you can control your dreams, and if there is, please teach me. But I don't think there's enough control for you to blame that person. Oh, God bless. God bless. This is live.
Sorry.
She got the corona. Oh, what are the kids saying in the street? The Rona.
the Ronas.
Like, who thinks of these things? You better stay away from me, girl. 6 feet that way.
Hand sanitizers.
But this is allergy season too, so
Yeah.
I can't blame you. Do you have allergies?
No.
Oh, so she definitely has a corona,
No.
aka Rona.
No.
But at the end of the day, I think dreams are meant for us to escape reality, and there's nothing wrong with it. Even though you're having nightmares or anything like that, I think there are reasons for everything. And then there are things that you just dream crazy stuff, and I think that's just you escaping your reality. And people, they take it to the extreme where they're doing drugs or drinking alcohol to escape their reality. This is probably the safest way. And if you can't go to sleep, then you have people taking drugs to go to sleep to get to that point. And we're not encouraging that.
Yeah,
you
just
know.
like what works for me is getting on YouTube and having the meditation,
Yeah.
either music, worship music,
Yeah.
the affirmation,
Yeah,
on YouTube. It works for me. I love it.
yeah.
love-
I remember when I was.
or even noise. I know, like my brother has that ASMR. He falls.
Oh
asleep
yeah,
to
people
it.
listen to that, to the AMS. I can't even say it. ASMR. Oh God, stop! It's ugly. Whatever you're doing, you look creepy. I'm gonna dream of that. That's gonna be my nightmare of this girl doing whatever she's doing. But anyway, I was gonna say before we go that when I was in my most depressed state in my life, my cousin Kim had given me an app, a meditation app, where a guy will talk to you in a real like slow,
Like
calming
dry
voice.
eyes.
Yeah. And man, that helped to me to go to sleep, because when I was in that depressed state, man, it was so hard for me to get sleep. But
Count to 10.
I hope you don't listen to this before you go to sleep. I hope we're not because you don't want to go to sleep to
No,
us.
no.
You'll have a nightmare.
No, they won't have a day.
Yeah, because this is not
They'll be
something
like,
to go to
someone's
sleep
serious, someone's goofy. Like,
to. But anyway, guys, we want to say thank you for tuning in, and this is our story.
and we're sticking to it.
See you guys.
Adios.